Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Well, not to timestamp it, but it's bloody hot.
It is. Now,
It
they,
is
they said it
very,
wasn't going to be
very
as
hot.
bad as the last heat wave, but I'm sat here melting.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I put this t-shirt on just before we started on the call.
Yeah, I don't think we're far enough in for topless reports.
No, I don't think I can even push it to a vest at this point. But how has your week been?
Yeah, it's been alright. I mean, obviously saw you last week in London.
Yep.
This week's been a bit of a mess. Well, it's been alright, but basically our nursery sent our little one home because he had a temperature. She's teething, and then they were like, "You can't come back in at all this week." So me and Hannah have been juggling in between us, and he is a bundle of joy at the minute, which has been fun. But yeah, other than that, it's just been pretty chill.
Do you have to pay for nursery?
So we get the funded hours, so you get a certain amount each.
Oh, okay, so you're not out, but they're not still like charging you and.
No, we just don't. Yeah, like they still get the money for him going to and not going, so they'll still get his like 8 hours. So they're just like, we don't care, but like we're gonna rake in the money.
Yeah. Fun.
But yeah, how's yours?
Okay, so yeah, we're a day late. I'm recording this because I had a horrible headache yesterday. Had to drop Danny off to the airport at 4 a.m, and then once I got back, I just did not feel good for the rest of the day. Yesterday was not a productive day.
Was it not?
No.
I'll tell you what I did do yesterday. Actually, is I went into Ark Raiders. So
Okay.
they've released an update, and I want to chat to you about this today. And I've seen a few people go back to Ark now, even though it's not like a massive update. So like they've said in October, I think they're releasing a new sort of environment, not a map, but like an actual environment type thing, like Hurricane or Electromagnetic Storm.
Okay.
But yesterday or Tuesday, I don't know what it is, they released like a small update. Basically, like the bones of it were, if you play in solos and you play fairly and you don't kill, and then you go into duos or trios and the people you play with and you PvP in those modes, they don't cross over now, whereas they used to. So if you PvP'd in duos, it would cross the solos. Now you can play like every mode exactly how you want it. So you can do chill solos, you can do aggressive duos, and I mean you can try and do chill trios, but there's no such thing.
Yeah, I mean I'm screwed either way because I tried. Once you got off the other day, I was in solos and I just went into Stella, and the aim was to just kill anyone I see. I got lasered a couple of times at the start, but then I had one game where I was like, do you know what? I'm going to go right into the middle and just start killing people. Killed one guy, and then another team, like two guys came up. Everyone was PvEing, and I then had to talk my way out of it. That the guy had tried to shoot me and that I'd killed him. And I managed to get out of it. But then for the rest of the time that was on, I just felt bad about killing people because evidently I was in PvE lobbies.
So they've also like released like little bug fixes where if you see a weapon on the ground, it will show you the mods that are on it, like they do on COD. They've made like UI fixes, and then I've got the list up here. Like there's some other stuff they did. Basically, so they've released an upgraded anti-cheat, okay, because the game's rife with cheaters. But the anti-cheat they've used is something they've got installed on two other games. One of them is a fishing world game, which I can't imagine has a lot of cheaters, and one of them is another game which is riddled with cheaters because it doesn't actually work, and now they've implemented it on Arc Raiders.
Oh, that's great. I don't think anyone's managed to nail the anti-cheat. Like COD tried it, failed. Like I haven't played a game where they've actually managed to do it.
Yeah. And like if you get killed now by someone that was hacking or cheating, you automatically get your like they'll look into it, and then at some point you'll get a message from Embark being like, "We've given you back your loot, like
Yeah,
that you lost to that cheater." So even
that's
if you
not
don't
bad.
report them now, so they just like try and pick it out.
Fair. I
But
mean, I think like when you're not a streamer, you don't come across it too often. I think you have to be in the really like high PvP lobbies to come across them.
yeah,
But saying that, we did get a free kit Stella and the other day, and there was definitely a cheater. That there was no way that guy, he was going straight for you and then somehow just rounded a corner and found me hiding
yeah,
whilst I was trying to heal up.
like he knew
And I was
exactly where you were.
yeah, it was no way. I hadn't moved in about 15 seconds, so there's no way he heard me. At that point, wasn't healing up, so there's no way he heard that either.
Yeah.
So, you know what it is.
Well, like
Um,
another thing they've done is so like they started restricting where you can use free loadouts.
yeah.
So you can't take free loadouts. I think it's into night raids in Stella, or it might be electromagnetic storms. There's two modes. No, it's night raid and close scrutiny. You can't take free kits in.
Oh,
So you
really?
have to build a loadout. You can build like a shitty, cheap Stitcher loadout, but you have to
Yeah.
invest something in it to potentially lose. They're going to expand that over the next few months from feedback from like the community to other
Mm,
game modes. So like Hurricane, things like that. You're going to see
yeah.
areas where you can't take a free kit in.
Mm. Do you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing that on Stella.
Mm.
Like, just because it is such a PvP map that, and it's just so disappointing. You actually kill someone, and then there's nothing to get out of it. Everyone's in there with a free kit, and you come out with a load of rattlers and stitches.
Yeah, but then loads of missions need you to go to Stella to get like
Hmm.
certain objects. So there's high value loot there, but like if I get killed with someone with a Pharaoh one and I've got all this
Yeah.
loot for challenges, I just don't go back and do the challenge. So then that stays
No.
undone. So I'm not progressing in the game.
No. I think all my challenges that I haven't got done were Stellar ones, because it's like even if I manage to get there and get it, I won't get out.
Yeah,
I had one the other day when I got a load of loot, and it was a nice PvE lobby. Everyone was like chill, and then as I'm extracting, this guy just blast me as I was getting on the train. I was like, "This is done." Um, what else has been happening this week?
well,
Football.
obviously, yeah. I saw you up in London last week. You went Pokemon card
Yeah,
hunting, of which was not very fruitful. We got some packs. I'll show you a
yeah,
couple of the pools because obviously we did. We went and watched England games. We went to Boxhall and
yes.
Liverpool Street, sat with some very nice Canadians, and watched
Mm.
the England game, which was good fun. I felt
Hmm.
pretty ropey on the Thursday. No,
Yeah, I
yeah,
didn't think I woke up early.
I was at that email conference and they were just like giving out breakfast and stuff, and I was just taking what I could and just dosing up on coffee. And then my train journey
So,
back took 4.5 hours instead of just under 3.
oh,
Yeah,
that's horrible. Yeah, there's nothing worse than being hungover and then having to drive or travel somewhere.
yeah. Or
Like,
sit through
screw
someone.
that.
Essentially, like the conference was really good, but the first 2 to 3 hours of it is them upselling you on their next things that are coming out that are going to cost more to your overall subscription. And I'm sat
Mm,
there going, I'm not the decision maker in my business. I don't have the authority
yeah.
to say yes or no, and you're relying on me being hungover to relay this information to my boss to make them make the decision. And that is just not going to happen. But they had like
And that's
food
all.
trucks and stuff.
That's all allegedly, right? Allegedly being
Allegedly.
hungover at the conference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
my boss knows. She was like, she messaged me going, "Hope you got out to watch the England game," and I fully came clean, and she was like, "Don't worry, it's probably the only way you can get through it." But talking of
um,
London, I was on. I think I told you this while I was there. Literally, I was getting on the tube. I got the train up to get in the tube, and you know when like people, and you probably see it all the time, make a mad dash for the door as it's beeping.
yeah.
A couple did it, and like they made a dash for the door, but they didn't move with any speed or any urgency, and the guy just stepped onto the thing as the door shut, and he's left his missus on the platform. She was
Oh
visibly
no.
fuming, and he just turned around and he just went and just gave her a shrug of the shoulders, went to the next platform and got off. But like he was on the phone to her, and you could tell she was absolutely seething. He's just left her on the platform.
it's just so stupid as well. Like when you see people running for a train, it's like there's going to be another one in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes. Like you're telling me that those 2 minutes were going to change your life, and you couldn't just wait them.
Yeah.
Like there's plenty of times where I get on, I look at how packed a train is, and I'm just like, I'm just going to stand here and wait for the next one. Like screw that.
Yeah. Like at this point in time, it's too hot to be on a packed tube. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he might have just wanted to leave his missus on the platform. We've all been there, but
He's had enough. That was why he didn't care. He was just like, oh, thank God.
Yeah,
5 minutes of peace. He gets to contemplate his life decisions at the next stop whilst he waits for her.
Yeah.
But the game was good. Nail biting.
Yeah.
I think that one because we. I feel like the last game now is just overwritten. That one I can't even remember what happened.
Yeah, the one we watched was 2-1, and they were down for ages against Congo, and there was like visible anger in the room, and like people were getting like Boxhall. I've seen videos of like Box Park and places like that where it just boots right off. Boxhall was pretty civilized, apart from that one DR Congo fan who was just dancing after the first goal, and then he just slowly like sunk away while they were like England were getting back into it. But their keeper obviously played a blinder, and then when that second goal went in, everyone just went mental. Yeah, but no pints in the air, which was good.
No. I think that, like you said, that place is a bit more civilized. Like it's not a box park where you've just got hundreds of people rammed in, and it was all plastic. Like we had glass.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine anyone's throwing that around.
And we got in there an hour before kickoff and got class seats, like really good seats.
We did well. Did you see that video of? It was like a CCTV at a pub. Looked to be like an outdoor bar kind of thing, and once the goal went in, there was two guys, a really hench tattooed dude paying for his drinks. He had like 3 pints in his hand, and he just turned around and just went, yeah! I just threw the whole pint in the guy next to his face, and the guy just started hugging him. I mean, no other time in life would that happen other than an England World Cup match.
Yeah. And then those Canadians next to us, one of the women, I think she was from Essex, she went to the bar to get a drink, and England scored that second goal, and she went, are these on the house? And the guy just went, yeah. And that's like 20 quid's worth of drinks just there, just gone. Whereas we just paid full tab. And you tipped extra.
I did tip, and I made an England shirt purchase, which luckily has worked out.
Has it arrived?
Yeah, it's nice. The little cut in it isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, and unfortunately, it is a 2008 replica, but
I mean,
it's still nice.
Yeah,
I've seen more modern replicas, and they don't have like that Umbro logo and stuff on it. It's literally just the stripes and the badge.
Yeah.
So it's nice. I look forward to wearing that on Saturday, but more importantly, that win on Sunday night.
Yeah, Monday morning. Night.
That was crazy. There was a lot of an emotional roller coaster there, and that last 30 minutes, I don't think I moved from this position. I'm sat there with my head in my hands, watching them try and park the bus with
10 men.
Do we know how many shots they had during that time? It must have been 15.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot.
Did you stay up to watch it, or did you get up to watch it? Okay.
No, I stayed up.
See, obviously we played Ark, and then I went to bed at 9:30.
Yeah.
And then got up at I think I set my alarm for 1 minute to 1. Checked my phone. Nathan messaged me going, been delayed an hour, so I went back to sleep for an hour. Got up at 2, made myself a bowl of cereal and sat on the sofa. And I've seen like videos of people going like, I'm gonna have to tell my kids that I didn't get up to watch that game. I'm gonna have to disappoint my children and grandchildren when they ask me about Kane and Bellingham at the Azteca Arena, and I'm gonna be like, I only saw the highlights because I didn't get up for it. I got up and went back to bed after, but I'm so glad I did. But the caveat was I was the only one that got up. So when you celebrate silently. Yeah, just like punching pillows and stuff.
Yeah, that was it. I literally stood up because Diane was going to watch it, a little bit of it. And then when it got pushed back, she'd taken a nap on the sofa. So I tapped her. I was like, it's been pushed back till 2. And she's like, yeah, I'll go to bed. So she was in bed. I was just in here. And yeah, when the goals go in, I just stood up silently, just going. It was an incredible feeling. And I do feel sorry for anyone who was not awake to watch it, because it would not have felt the same watching highlights or a recap or whatever the next day.
Like my office is quite busy.
That was something else.
And I'd say Monday morning, probably you're looking at like 50 people in there. And you could tell everyone was talking about the game, and like everyone was like, oh, I got up to watch it or whatever, like, and people were buzzing. And to think I was considering not watching it.
Yeah, you did. I don't know, man. And we were talking about you waking up in the morning and just watching it in the morning.
Well, then I got up, and at 7 o'clock they had the exact replay on BBC Two, and I went, I could have just not looked at my phone and watched it, but it's something about it watching a replay. Obviously it's not real.
It's already happened.
Yeah.
And the whole, like, obviously me and you have watched many a WWE match, so that was the other thing I saw memes about. It's just like, I've been preparing for this my whole life.
Yeah.
Like I've woken up at 2-3 a.m. to watch a WrestleMania, or stayed open up till that time. It's like, I'm used to it at this point.
Where are you watching the game on Saturday?
I don't know yet. I haven't made a plan for it. Diane's away on holiday, so not sure yet. I've just messaged my cousin earlier to see if he'll be available.
Yeah. Get a 3-hour train down
to you.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if that one's going to be worth it.
I'm getting the projector in the garden.
What's your score prediction?
2-1 England.
2-1.
You can't stop Haaland scoring, and our defence. No. I mean, we defended it incredibly, but he's beaten Gabriel twice against Brazil, and Gabriel is one of the best centre backs in the world. You just can't stop him.
Yeah, I suppose I was talking to my dad about this, and he was like, we've got a couple of players that have like a real good knowledge of how he plays.
Well, he plays with him at City.
Yeah, and Stones.
Yeah.
And Stones would most likely be the one covering him if he's on.
Yeah,
right?
It'd probably be Stones and Konza. No, Konza starting, and then Stones coming off the bench.
Yeah.
It's just the rest of the pitch. Arnold way strong across the rest of the pitch. They got Odegaard, which gives them strength in the midfield, but yeah, it'll be a good game.
And we'll see. I saw there's a guy who, I don't know if you've seen him on Instagram, who's predicts all the scores. It's like some comedian from East London, and he just released his prediction. He's been right about all the other ones apparently. Like all the other scores spot on, and he's predicted for this one a 4-1 win
for England.
Yeah,
I mean that'd be big.
Yeah, that would be very big.
Yeah,
it's highly unlikely, but it would be very big. But just on the off chance that he's right again, I don't usually put bets on, and I did stick a tenner on it.
I might have to do that.
With Kane and Bellingham scoring.
What's that giving you? Like that's probably like
9.50 off a tenner.
Jesus, that's good.
Yeah, we'll take that if it comes through. I mean, it's worth a punt.
Yeah, definitely.
What else is going on this week? So we talked about Pokemon cards that we got. What were your pulls in the end?
So obviously we opened some packs, some pints. If you haven't seen that already, head over to the TikTok channel because they're on there. But I did make a shout that if I got a hit, I would down my pint. And I did that, and AJ made a shout that if he didn't get a hit, he'd down his pint.
No,
And he tried
that's
3
not.
times and didn't down his pint.
That's not what happened. It was the same. The same rules as you had. Is if I also get a hit, then I will down my pint.
And you got a hit.
I opened. No, because it was on the first 2 packs.
Oh, so it's,
If I get a hit on the first 2 packs,
so I got
then I would down my pint.
2 Chaos Rising packs and then 3 of the Japanese pitch black ones, which I think you got as well.
Yeah.
And out of that, I've also got the hit that we pulled in Boxall, which is the Mega Chandelier.
Yeah, nice. That one's in Japanese,
in
right?
Japanese. And then from the Chaos Rising, I got the Xerneas Special Illustration Rare.
Oh, that's not fair at all.
Which is potentially, I mean, I'll have to look at what a 10 goes for, but that's gradable, I think. As is, I think they both are.
Yeah, I don't grade anything. I haven't got any plans to grade anything, but my leftover binder is now starting to fill up with stuff that should really get graded if I'm not going to put it anywhere, just sheerly to push the prices up of it. My pulls, I pulled the Froakie.
Nice.
I pulled 2 of those because I got a Mega Greninja EX box. So I had a load more stuff in that because out of all the packs we bought the other day, I just pulled EXs, nothing else. Oh, I lie. I did pull this. This was my best hit off of that, which was the Jacinta.
Is that perfect order?
That is perfect order, yes. I think that's about a £20 card, ungraded. And then, so pulled more cards out of the box the other day and got another Froakie, and then this, which,
Salazzle.
I mean, who wants a Salazzle? Not me.
It's a nice card, and a hit's a hit, so you got down your pint.
No, I'll down my water instead. We'll do that.
So I'm trying to do a custom 151 binder, so that's where I have an English and a Japanese version of each of the original 151. So I went to my local TCG shop the other day because I was trying to get a Mega Greninja box, and to go off on a tangent slightly, it dropped on Argos this week. Managed to find it, was getting ready to pick it up from my local Argos, and every transaction I put through, it was like, it would go through and then it'd be like, oh, we've had your transaction failed, we refunded your money. And usually when that happens, one goes through and then you get an email going, we're sorting out. I must have tried 30 times, get that message 30 times, not one went through. And you're only allowed 1 per person. I just wanted 1 to go through, and then once you've done 1, it stops. But the Argos app is botted beyond belief. It's horrendous, and now they do app-only drops for any Pokemon cards, unless you're in a Discord with which you're paying to get, like some of the influencers that do Pokemon Discords where you pay $5 a month to get early access to drops, just clean out Argoses under multiple accounts, clean out Smiths. It's a fucking mess, but it's shit show. But what I'm doing is a custom binder. So I picked up these 2 when I went into my TCG shop. So got the full art Arbok. Nice. So this reminds me of like Jungle King, Jungle Book. I've mixed up Lion King and Jungle Book then. But that is from the Japanese version of, I think, Temporal Forces. And then this one,
I do have that card.
Is the Nido King from 151, but in Japanese as well.
That is very nice.
£5 this cost me. The English version is like 20 something, but I think Japanese cards are nicer.
They can be, and they're just a lot cheaper. This is why sometimes I don't mind buying the Chinese or Korean, because the art is all I'm looking for, and they come at a cheaper price. I also have that one. I have it in English
Nice. Is it Temporal Forces? So I write on that.
It is TEF. Yeah, I think that's Temporal Forces. It is a very nice card. I have had 2 of those. I gave one to a friend at the time. But yeah, so what you're doing a 151
binder.
Illustrator rare binder.
So they can be. It doesn't matter what it is. There's only one rule: is you can't have the same sets next to each other. So I can't get an English and a Jap from the same set, which would be pointless anyway because they're the same card. But I can't have, like, say, a Nidoran male next to a Nidorino, and neither of those 4 can be from the same set. If that makes sense.
Okay.
So all 4 of them need to be different sets. Just to like get some variety in there. But then I've got like some vintage ones in there. I picked up the Arcanine from the original base vintage set for £1 from a car boot sale. It's not a holo or anything. But it's one of those where I'm like, I'll just fill it up with cards that I like, and then give it to the little one when he's old enough to not tear it up or put it in his mouth.
Yeah. I mean, I'm doing the same, but I've got 2 binders at the moment with this in, but I'm hoping to buy one of these like 1,400 card binders to just put it all into one. But I'm doing, I think maybe I've mentioned it before on here, the Pokedex binder. So that will include all the variations as well. So like if I'm getting Rattata, I've also got to get an Alolan Rattata.
Yeah.
And obviously my rules are put whatever in to fill the spots, but then if I find a reverse holo, that replaces the basic cards, and then a holo replaces the reverse IRs and whatever else. Unless it's a card I really love, then I might leave it.
Yeah.
But I've still got a lot to go on that one. And that's my main collecting binder. I don't really collect anything else apart from Wizards of the Coast. So there's some stuff that I've got in my Wizards of the Coast binder which could go into my Pokedex binder, which isn't in there currently. So it's the only thing I collect, and then everything is left over unless I think it's really cool.
One of our mates wants to do like a rip-in party next week because he's got a load of stuff that he wants to rip, and I thought by loads of stuff it might be like a couple of ETBs and some packs. He messaged us yesterday and he went, I've got 210 English packs and 14 boxes of Chinese gem packs, which is 5 to a box. I was like, I've got maybe 20 to rip, but like we'll just be watching him open cards. He was like, you can buy a pack of Chinese off me if you want. I was like, no, I'm all right.
That's crazy. Has he just been hoarding that for a long time or something?
Yeah. He's not a scalper, but he just buys whatever he can, but he doesn't buy it to sell on.
Yeah.
But I was thinking like that Gengar Chinese pack you bought in Covent Garden, what was it, like a tenner?
Yeah.
Boxes of them are £32. And what do you get in that? 18 packs?
Yeah.
The markup on it is, I mean, finding the box is hard enough, but
and they do the bigger packs of those as well, don't they? Those Gengar ones, there's like a variant, I think, which is like 20 cards or something.
Yeah,
I might be getting that completely wrong, but what else did we want to talk about this week?
You messaged me the other day a picture of a Stone Cold Steve Austin Funko Pop.
I did.
And you wanted to chat about that.
I did. I picked up 2 pops this week, actually. They're currently sat behind the screen. So, as well as me collecting Pokemon, why is that not coming off? Oh, it's stuck. As well as me collecting Pokemon, I'm trying to build a vinyl toy brand. I also enjoy collecting vinyl toys. I have little random pieces on my desk.
Move it that way.
Little random random pieces on my desk. That was a little TK Maxx random blind bag one. Here's one that I used to. These are power banks. This was one that I designed. I didn't sculpt it, but designed it.
No.
That's quite a cool thing. But yeah, so I want a couple of figures for all the sort of things that I love. So at some point, I'll have a nice shelf, which will just be me and Funko Pops. So yeah, I spotted this one at a TK Maxx the other day, which is pretty cool.
And you said it was like £6.
It's 15, I think.
Oh, was it like
maybe it was no, maybe it was. Maybe it was less.
I
Can't
think
remember.
the
Maybe it
sticker
was.
had discounted because it was ripped.
It could have been. We tried to get even more money off of it because it was ripped. But this was the best one they had. But it's pretty cool. It's him in his classic outfit with the world title over his shoulder, with a 316 vest on. That one's cool. And then when we were in London, I impulse bought this one as well, which is also very cool.
Oh, I love that. Obviously, we were talking about Fallout in episode 1.
Yeah.
That is a cool one. I do. I forgot you got that one, actually.
I don't think there'd be any other characters that I would get. I mean, maybe like Maximus in full
power suit, power armor.
Yeah. But that one I think is just iconic.
The only Funkos I've got Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Pikachu, and then I've got a Gengar one, and I've got one that released on Amazon. It was a Pikachu one, but it's got like lightning bolts around it, and they sit on the side of my desk. But I want to get some shelves so I can put them up there, sort of up on the side. But there are Funkos that I do like the look of. What ones are you trying to get? What are you collecting?
I obviously love Fast and Furious, big Fast and Furious guy, and there is a couple there. I would love to have the Brian one, and then I think more. The other thing is what I got first was Boba Fett's from Star Wars, because there's so many variations of it. I currently have a classic and a Boba Fett prototype, as well as a Mandalorian. But I want to get all the variations of those. There's so many. So I think those are my big collecting. Pokemon-wise, I'd like an Arcanine. I like the idea of the big one. Have you seen the super tall one?
Yeah.
Because they've started releasing those now. So I think you'd only get one of those, and then that would be like a feature on like a shelf.
Have you seen talking to Arcanine, the Lego sets that they announced the other day?
I haven't kept up with them.
So they did originally the Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise one, and then they had a Pikachu and an Eevee. Like 2 days ago, they announced they're doing a Mewtwo one where he's in like, remember in the first film, he's in like that bubble chamber. It's not that, but he's in like some sort of claw mechanical thing that looks like original. They're doing a Rayquaza one, which looks incredible, and they're doing an Arcanine one, which actually looks really good. But it's like, I think it's like £90, and I'd probably buy it and build it to have like as a centerpiece. But
I think that's what you should do with Lego. Like, I used to love building them and tearing them down, but nowadays it's build it to display it.
Yeah.
Like I have the mid-size Millennium Falcon, which I got for my 30th, which I love, and I'm tempted to tear that down at some point and rebuild it because it was fun to make.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen like Death Star Legos, which I imagine were hard to put together, but
there's a £600 one which I think is going out of circulation soon, but that's like the goal. The thing is ginormous, but I'd love to get that. I've just looked at that Arcanine. That does look very, very, very cool.
Yeah. It's between that and, I mean, there's a few in that set that I like the look of. Like when they first got announced, I impulse pre-ordered the Charizard Blastoise one, and then I was like, I can't spend like 300 quid on Lego, so I cancelled it.
Oh.
It's like not in wedding season. I can't. If
No.
Han saw that, she'd crucify me. That and a Nintendo Switch too.
Yeah.
She'd,
What? So you'd ordered one and then cancelled it?
yeah, I pre-ordered it, and then I was just like, nah, I can't. I impulsed it to make sure I got the pre-order.
Day one, bought it on Amazon.
What the?
I don't think I'll ever regret a Switch purchase.
Oh no, I pre-ordered the Lego and then cancelled it.
Oh, okay, fine.
But I'm saying if I bought that and a Switch 2 in wedded season, there would be no wedding.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's fair.
But just going back to what you said about obviously Stone Cold and WWE. I'm guessing you haven't watched Raw, but basically,
I didn't. I know there's a title change, but I need to watch it. I haven't watched it yet.
So there is spoilers here, but I won't give it all away. But basically, something's happened, and whether or not it's a work, I don't know. But loads of the backroom wrestlers, so you've got Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Becky Lynch, have all come out and tweeted and voiced their displeasure of basically CM Punk, who lost at WrestleMania, and then he hasn't been seen on WWE television since, so that's a good 3 months.
Yeah.
They're in Chicago for Raw. It was meant to be Cody versus Sammy. Gunther took out Cody early on, like in the show, backstage. So they were like, okay, we need an open challenge type thing. They're in Chicago. Everyone knows there's going to be CM Punk coming back. CM Punk comes back, wins the title. Sami Zayn's reign is done in 9 days. Basically, all these wrestlers then went and dug out Punk's tweets and promos from 2014 being like, I can't stand these part-timers coming back and getting shots and getting title shots and they just like fully just went in on him and went in on WWE about how unhappy they are. Whether or not I think part of it's a work, part of it is realistic, because
it must be, right? Like, there's no way you bring him back and give him the title. I mean, obviously, in my opinion, we knew that the Sammy reign wasn't going to last long. It was a payoff for however many years he's been trying it.
I'd almost, and obviously I can't speak from experience, but like if I'd never won it, I'd rather not win it than win it for 7 days and my reign be remembered for that. I'd rather be like, oh, I never achieved it, because winning it and then losing it in first defense like that is so bad. But obviously they made it out to seem as if it was going to be Ober or Brock taking it from him, and then they're doing Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam, which will bang. Like that'll be such a good match.
Yeah, for sure. Just two big boys doing a Hell in a Cell. I mean, I want to see cells collapsing, and
it's just going to be like Big E says, meat on meat, just big men slapping the shit out of each other.
I want to see.
I want to see him climb the cell.
Yeah, this is what I was going to say. I want to see an Undertaker Mankind level cell match.
I reckon if one of them gets thrown off the cell, a mini earthquake happens. Somebody dies.
One of the tectonic plates displaces. Yeah, there's some. Oh, yeah, that'll be a good match. I hope they do that one justice. But yeah, the rest of it, and I'm not keen on this whole Bloodline revival storyline and Jacob now join in with the Bloodline. Again, I don't even know if I saw last Friday's SmackDown either, but I feel like they've done that one to death. We need to see something new.
Yeah, so I struggle to watch the full shows. I'm never not really into that. I read Bleacher Report and I'll read like the grades they give things. I don't necessarily agree with the grades, but I watch a guy on TikTok called Con Man Reacts, and it's an American guy called Connor who will then post clips of him watching the show, but it's like the main talking points of the show, so you see the biggest bits and he talks through it. And that's quite a good way of like getting up to speed with it.
Yeah.
And then after I watch like Santi Zap, who does like a breakdown of the show in like 2 minutes. So then I'm like, cool, in 10 minutes I've caught up on a 3-hour show, which is full of filler and ads and shit.
Yeah, well, I'll usually watch their 20-minute, 15-20-minute YouTube recap, but it's annoying because sometimes they'll cut certain bits out
Mm.
so that they can make a whole clip of just that moment. So like you'll see the end of like the intro talk or whatever, like someone whoever's in the ring at the very start. They'll show you a little bit of it, and then you have to go and watch a whole different 15-minute video to actually see what happened, which is slightly frustrating.
Yeah.
But so it's, did you say SummerSlam is the next one?
So I think there's a Saturday night's main event coming up, but they're usually
Does anyone
like,
watch those?
Not really. It's just an ESPN thing. And then you've got SummerSlam, which is, I believe, right at the end of July, beginning of August. And that's a two-nighter like WrestleMania. But you've got Rollins and Reigns, which in like 2 promos, they sold the shit out of it, and that looks good.
Yeah, that'd be nice for them to. I want to see that payout of that story. There's been a lot of like they've tried using that storyline a lot, like in the Rawlins, the 3-way, the what was
Shield.
it called? Yeah, no, the one they did recently with the Rawlins, Reigns, and who was it? Oh, it was CM Punk.
Okay.
But there's never really been them two going at something for a big payoff. I wouldn't even mind seeing them join forces again. That would be quite fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens at SummerSlam. I'm definitely going to watch that one. But it's looking for once like a good card. I just don't know.
Yeah.
They need to put the right people over. Rollins, he won't beat Reigns. Femi needs to go over Brock, and Brock needs to. I think that's when he retires.
Yeah.
Sammy needs. I think it's going to be a fatal 4-way for the WWE Championship. It's going to be Gunther, Rhodes, Punk, and Sammy. Sammy needs to win it back. But who does he pin? Probably Gunther. Because he's pinned Rhodes, and I don't think they let Punk take the loss.
No.
But yeah, it'll be in.
It'll be it'll be good. I'm trying to think what else there is. So it's a 2-day, isn't it now?
Yeah.
SummerSlam. I think that's a pod, and we will then. We've got plans for the next one.
So I want to do a tier list of upcoming games for the rest of 2026 and potentially films as well, because as we get into August, there's some massive films coming out.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
It's going to be like a bit of a stacked end of the year. So I want to do like a tier list of things we're most excited for, and we can rank them however we want. But yeah, obviously we both went to watch Disclosure Day. I know it's probably been out about a month now, but I know you got some views on Steven Spielberg and all that sort of stuff, so that'd be quite cool to hear. And then I want to know, what is your ideal Tesco meal deal? We'll focus on Tesco's.
Classic.
Your £3.50 or whatever it is now meal deal.
We're talking Tesco specifically.
Tesco specifically.
That could alter the lineup a bit more.
Yeah. So Tesco's. What is your go-to, and then what? Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Cool.
That's some things to think about.
Yeah.
But that's a pod.
Yeah.